Hello everyone, welcome back to Magic the Gathering Arena, doing another Premier Draft, Wilds of Eldraine. Ooh, Wrangle's Prank, that's a good one, I think. What else is there? You any good? Hopeful Vigil's fine. I think it's probably Rankle's Prank. Let's look up how good that is. It says it's fine, but not all that great, actually. How about this first duel thing? Bad. Embereth Veteran's a decent aggro card, I guess. Hopeful Vigil, actually, it says is quite good. Veteran's alright. We're not first picking a Ratter. How about a Celebrant? It's fine. Okay, I'll take a Hopeful Vigil. It's a nice card. Oh, hang on, that's a Hamlet button. I didn't see that. It actually likes Hopeful Vigil more than Hamlet Glutton, so I'll stick with that. Okay. Ruby's decent. Archive Dragon, I think, is good. Ooh. Torch the Tower is great, though, right? Oops, typo. Yeah, Torch the Tower is great. Archive Dragon's fine. Ruby? Good, but not as good as Torch the Tower. I think that about covers it. Fey Court, any good? It is good. Okay. What does blue-white even do in this format? I mean, they have the, like, tap-down deck. I don't know if people are playing that. But anyway, I'll take Torch the Tower. The Courtier's pretty good. Is the Tome Seeker's decent, I think? Yeah, it says decent. The Alchemist's good. It actually doesn't like either of those very much. Return Triumphant is actually pretty good for the red-white deck, I feel like. Not an especially good card, though. What are we taking? Could take the Spear Guard, I guess. A nice little aggro card for red-white. I think that's better than having something kind of situational like Return Triumphant. Just grab a 1-drop. 4 mana, creatures deal combat damage. What the hell? No, forget that. Frostbridge Guard, more aggro shit. That's not bad. Firebolt's okay. Probably a little late for Hamlet Glutton. It's a bit of a surprise, but it's not that great a card. Into the Fey Court is still here if we wanted to try red-blue, maybe? But I think this is pretty good. Yeah. I'll take it. Ooh, Ice Rot Sentry has annoyed me in at least one game. But the Armory Mice is pretty good for this deck. Minecart Daredevil I think is okay, but yeah, just give me more aggro nonsense. Knight of Doves, nah. 3 mana, what is this? Tap and stun, rewards you for tapping. This is good for, you know, it triggers Celebration, which red-white likes, but I think I'll just take a removal spell. Oh no, my red, my white. Forced Fruition. Oh man, that's a funny one. It does look as though the blue is kind of open, huh? We'll see. Take another 2 mana 2/2, I think. Bespoke Battle Garb would be pretty cool as well, actually. But these are not so hard to pick up. I'll just take more 2 mana 2/2s. Transmuter, maybe? I mean, Crescendo is probably good for this deck. I'm a little worried that I might not get much red. Protective Parents. It's fine. Skewer Slinger's fine. Battle Garb, as I said, not that hard to get. Ended up getting one. Nice. Return Triumphant, I think, is nice. This is just a little too big, I think. I don't think I want this. What are you? 3 mana... probably not. Oh, this guy's great. Two-Headed Hunter, also kind of good. There's a lot here, my goodness. Towards the Tower is great, but I have to take the Werefox. Alright. Yeah. I would love it if Towards the Tower wheeled, but something red ought to wheel. Look at this pack, my goodness. Agatha? I don't think I'm going to splash green for this. Besotted Knight is fine. Red-Capped Thief. No. They're both good. This is something you can use 1 mana on, which is nice. Yeah, I'll take the Besotted Knight. Princess Takes Flight, amazing. Although, God, cut in. Imidane's Recruiter? What is this pack? I mean, you have to take this, right? It's like 2nd best card in the set or something. 8th best. And it's in both of my colors. It's so perfect. Courtier's okay. I always want to say Courtier. It's not how it's pronounced, apparently, but... More 2-drops? I mean... I think I need some removal. I have a little, right? Towards the Tower and that Werefox. Is that all I have right now? I think so. Yeah, so just give me a Firebolt. It's not amazing, but... hopefully it'll do. I love the mouse. Cheeky House Mouse. I'm nothing if not cheeky. Another 1-drop. Don't mind if I do. Definitely take it over the Skewer Slinger. I mean, yeah, probably. I won't have that many enchantments, but it only costs 1 mana. That's a pretty cool amount for something to cost. Protective Parents, I think. Yeah. This could get out of control, but this is just like already a good thing, and it can get my other stuff out of control, maybe. Oh, I might actually take a Kindled Heroism. Like, how many Battle Garbs am I really going to run, right? Maybe 2, definitely not 3, and I might end up having to take one of these later. Or just like having a combat trick, even if it sucks, is kind of useful. Besotted Knight's okay, Celebrant's okay. I could use another 2-drop even if it sucks. But I think I'll just take another Besotted Knight. There'll be plenty more good 2-drops going around, I hope. Not taking Break the Spell. There you go, a great 2-drop. Got 3 of these bad boys. It's nice that, like, even if the game goes long, I'll have something to do with my mana. Okay, blue is definitely not in the picture. And that's not either. Frostridge Guard number 3? 4? I mean, I think so. I could take a 2-in-Veil Guide, but... you know what? Let's do that. Having some evasive creatures is a nice way to maybe close things out. I could use a little bit of top end. Ruby last. Wow. The Ranger's okay. Impact Tremors is kind of funny, but I'm pretty sure what I want is cut in. It might actually be Light Blades over cut in, but I don't think so. Because cut in does so much damage. It can kill stuff they're not attacking with. Oh, that's nice. And it the roll is pretty valuable. The Grabby Giant would be nice, but I think I just want an actual good combat trick. The Grabby Giant's a little too heavy anyway. Second Firebolt? Probably a Grasp of Fate instead. Exiles pretty much anything. This will do a decent chunk of damage, but not necessarily all that much. I mean, it improves my other Frantic Firebolt, I guess, is an argument for it. But I'm pretty sure Grasp of Fate is better. Now, Frantic Firebolt is there's an older card called Frantic Inventory or Frantic Search or something like that, right? It was like draw cards based on how many of these you've played before. What is that card called? If I search for inventory. Frantic Inventory, yeah. Draw a card, then draw cards equal to the number of frantic inventories in your graveyard. So how many cards are there with Frantic in the name? Oh, Frantic Search. That one existed too, but it doesn't have this sort of self-synergy theme. Hello? Okay, cards, thank you. Knight of Doves is a no thanks. I'll take a Firebolt, I think. Ooh, although, what a great 2-mana 2/2. I could start cutting Skewer Stingers and stuff. It's so good. Yeah. Another cut in. Unassuming Sage is nice and flexible. I think I'm doing okay on removal. Let's just start getting actual value 2-drops so I can cut some of the mediocre ones. Protective Parents number 3. I'm probably not running, but sure. Bellowing Bruiser? Kind of. Actually, give me a Scryland, maybe? Because Unassuming Sage is not that much better than my other 2-drops, really, and a little Scry wouldn't hurt. Okay, Witch's Mark, I guess, is okay. I don't really have much gas for Impact Tremors. I don't think I'm running either of these. I did get the Battle Garb back, so I could run 2 of them if I want. I'm not running 2 Kindled Heroisms, so easy choice. I could run 2 Archon's Glories, though. No thanks on the 5-drop. What role does it add again? Royal? No. It is, no, it is Royal. Okay. Weirdest meow I've ever heard. Or it's more like a growl, right? But still, it doesn't really sound like a very nice cat. I guess, you know, it is a cat going to war, so fair enough. Alright, so we're certainly cutting some land here. At least 1, maybe 2. Let's make it a mountain that we cut first. And then let's look at the creature curve as a proxy for our proactive curve. Actually, let's, again, how much... I always end up doing this in this set. How many enchantments do I have? Like, is this Keep Guard going to actually be any good? Maybe? But, like, yeah, it probably is, right? It's a 1 mana 1/1. That's nice. Okay, let's get the Kindled Heroism out of here. I have 2 Archon's Glories instead. Does Kindled Heroism scry? What does it do? It does scry. It's not terrible. I think 1 Return Triumphant is okay, especially because the Werefox can be returned, or Imidane's Recruiter, oh my god, can all be returned. Maybe I should have taken a second one of those. I did take a second. Okay. Well, I have 2 very good 3-drops for it to hit. The House Mouse is way too good to cut. The Superior Guard is a 1/1 haster. We like that. This is like a pretty good curve of creatures. The problem is I have way too many 2 mana non-creatures. Well, I mean, this is a 2/2, right? So it goes in that slot, not this one. Still too much of this, though. I think I can probably get rid of the Witch's Mark and 1 Battle Garb. 2 Return Triumphants is ambitious. In terms of removal, I now have a Torch the Tower, Light Blades, Grasp of Fate, Firebolt, Cut In. I mean, that's a good amount to have. So I don't know. I don't really want to cut any of them. I guess what I might have is too many 3-drops. Oh, non-crescendo is in this slot, not that one. Really? Okay, well, fair enough. Because this makes creature tokens, but it's not really a creature token card. So this is like a finisher. Am I really getting wide enough for crescendo to be good? I think, like, yeah. So maybe I can cut a Protective Parents or 2 to kind of trim down the 3 slot to something more reasonable. I guess that is only 3 now. Well, okay. Let's cut another land. Still a pretty light deck, so that seems fair. Maybe I need to do something about the combat tricks in the 1 slot or something. Or cut a Frostbridge Guard? I don't think so. This is... You don't want to cut down to fewer than 7 2-drops in an aggro deck, I don't think. The Besotted Knights look dubious, but remember, they're 1 mana, like, buff spells, which is great. You can fit them into your curve beautifully when you're dumping out creatures and you get to make them bigger. I think maybe the 2 Unveiled Guide just needs to go. And then... I really don't want to cut the 9 Crescendo because it's such a nice finisher. Maybe just 1 Return Triumphant. Or 1 Archon's Glory. I don't have that much to bargain with, really, right? It's mostly just rolls. So this isn't going to be able to get flying and lifelink that often. Okay, sure. 15 lands. Average cost 2.3. Seems fun. Let's knock him dead. I'm now trying to remember, like, did I actually cut down to one Return Triumphant, or am I still ambitiously running both? I think I cut to one of them, right? Whatever it was, I trust my past self to have made a good decision, but I've already forgotten what decision I made. Or, well, maybe I don't trust myself to have made a good decision, but as good as this, I'm not gonna second guess myself, because if I was wrong then, I'm probably wrong now anyway, right? Up against Chaos Embodied, huh? Incarnate. You know what? Can't be too mad. All it needs is a mountain, eventually, which, obviously there aren't that many in the deck, but even without it, it's, like, fine. I don't know. I have 2 2-drops. And 3 lands, which if I mulligan, I could wind up with 1. Oh, I talked a few videos ago about... There you go, easy. About, how the Shuffler is, you know, rigged to try to... In best of 1, the Shuffler is rigged to try to give you a number of lands that's about what your deck expects. And I was trying to figure out, like, where's the cutoff between... Like, how many lands... Obviously, if you were running 0 lands in your deck would expect to have 0 lands in the opening hand. And if you put some number in, then 1 is more likely than 0. What number is it, I wondered, where 2 lands is more likely than 1? And I did the math, and 15 lands is the lowest you can go, where you still expect 3 more often than 2. So that's kind of interesting. If you ever cut down to 14, you're really tempting the Shuffler to give you 2 mana hands, which if you want that, great, but usually I don't think you do. Okay. I don't think I'll block. I have a combat trick, but I don't want to use it here. I want to use it on my attacking. Well, that's fine. It's a race. Boros versus Rakdos. Who wins that race? I feel like usually it's Boros, but... Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Okay, let's do it. Let's see. This is Flash. So... I can't really trigger Celebration here, right? I'm just going to swing... and pass. Holding up my Hopeful Vigil. Come on, use another combat trick. See if I care. No blocks. Hit me for 3. I don't care. Mm-hmm. Resolves. I think I'm going to take this out so I can swing for a billion. I don't really care about their 3/3 Trampler. Do I need the lifelink here? I feel like that would be pretty silly, wouldn't it? I'll just go in for 7. Oh, I was supposed to play this first. I knew there was... I was like, why didn't this get Celebration? It was supposed to. And then, like... I was like, oh yeah, I was planning not to get Celebration because of this. But no, I just thought I was going to be able to cast 4 spells instead of 3 that turn. Yep. That should do it. Missed the damage, but... Played aggro stuff on curve. Happened to draw a mountain. GG. Oh, what's my dailies anyway? White spells, kill creatures, red spells. Fine. Big Kenny. 95? Is my opponent perhaps 28? That's what 95 would be, right? Yeah, that's how math works. This looks good. I have a 1, a 2, some 3s. I need that second plains, but... My biggest mistake so far is not being on the play. Hey, not as good as a plains, but... Actually, maybe just bad. Like, maybe I don't want a mountain. Third mana is not as interesting as plains. Alright, that's not too bad. I think I want a 2/2 more than I want that equipment. Oh, I looked at this and it said swamp, but I saw the trees and I was like, that's a forest. Okay, so more Rakdos. Rakdos rats. Okay, we're gonna have to kill that thing. Oh, this is nice. Sure, scry-me. Second plains actually sucks now because I already have the second white source here, so I don't want that. I'm just gonna torch this idiot. It's gonna deal 2, which is enough. I think I'm actually supposed to hold this back to block the rats, because my life total does matter. And I'm not, like, just murdering them. Well, I don't know. This lets us trade 2 life. I think that favors me. Like, I still think I'm the more aggro deck. Uh-oh. Well, I mean, I do... Ugh. I do have an answer to that. Just not happy about it. Yeah. No rats. Get that shit out of here. I cannot block the rats, by the way. Like, this thing dying is way too bad for me. Oh, okay. They're just gonna tap out main phase, so I don't have to worry? Whoa, what? Okay, fine, I'll take 2. They don't have Kindled Heroes, and they're just willing to sack a rat to do a damage. That's wild. Okay. I have 0 enchantments, correct? Correct, okay. Don't care. You're dead, mate. Well, technically not. Oh, are you dead? Yes, you are. Okay, weird one. Like, sort of. I mean, I don't know. In some sense, it's exactly what this deck does, and it just seemed like their deck didn't do that much. They had 2 Ratters, which was great if we ever blocked. But I didn't block, and I removed their Ratters anyway, so I don't know. A card for a different matchup, perhaps. So the Werefox Bodyguard is a weird card, right? It comes in and it like kidnaps something, right? Exile it until this thing leaves the battlefield. And then it has this ability where you pay 1 and a white and sack it to gain 2 life. My question is, why does it have that ability? Like, obviously it's better to have it than not, but it doesn't like thematically synergize or mechanically synergize rather with like exile something until it leaves the battlefield. It's not like you can make something be permanently gone. Obviously this sucks. This is fine. I guess the point is, sort of, that it's difficult. I don't think now's the time to scry. It's difficult to remove it with an adventure spell because you can sack the creature in response, and like, sure, they get their thing back, but their adventure isn't going to happen now, right? Maybe that's why the card is the way it is. Looks like I need more white sources. I mean, I have one here, but this thing's scary, obviously. So it's good that I have the Werefox take it over eventually. God, it even has ward. I'm gonna have to pay like 5 to take it because I don't have enough white and it costs extra. Ugh. Barf. The funny thing is, buff this is great. I mean, it is a white spell. That's a problem, I guess. But it triggers the mouse. I really want to put a royal roll on the mouse. The problem is I won't be able to do anything else if I do that. I can cast a spell. Do I want it to be a 1-mana spell or a 2-mana spell, right? But right now I feel like the 2/2 doesn't do anything, so I think I want it to be the 1-mana spell. Next turn, if I keep this, I still only get to do 1. No. I could... Yeah, I could still only do 1 thing. But I guess this would be an okay thing to do? I don't know, this feels bad. Wait, why did I thought for some reason this would make it bad for them to block with the genealogist. But they totally could just trade, and they could have done that anyway. I guess the point is, I don't know what this just accomplished getting in 1 damage? I don't know. But I think they should have blocked. I don't know. I'm losing the race. So, I guess maybe I'm actually supposed to play the 3/3? Because it's not so inefficient on my white mana? Hopeful Vigil was not as good as I thought it was. What I needed was more mana. Well, at least my 4-2's gotten in twice. That's pretty cool. Mono green? Really? I don't think I want to take 6. Do I? Maybe I do. Oh, they're probably going to play some big green idiot and I won't be able to get in anyway. Let's block here. Oh god, it doesn't even work because I thought it was +2, +1, +1. It was +2, +2. I'm trading my creature for a food. Whoops. They didn't play a big green idiot. I drew another white source. Okay. Well. Oh, I thought I could flash this in, but right, I don't have enough white for that. Whoops. Very funny. Do I swing with a 4/4? Get him down to 8? I don't really want to block with the mouse, so I guess so. Actually, I don't know. The mouse is a good blocker for this, maybe? They're not going to have that many artifacts. I think I'm just going to not attack and play out another creature. Nothing. That's something. Huh. Swing with 4/2 maybe? See what they want to trade for it? No, because there'll be some turn when I can actually swing with it as a 4/4 and make it harder for them to block it. I know also I can flash this in next turn and get rid of their genealogist, which seems good. And I can't do anything else if I do that, so I guess that's all I'm doing. But it's just a really bad spot, I think. Like, they want the game to draw out longer. I don't want that. Ooh, that is cool, right? I can actually do some attacking with this. Although, might be better not to. Yeah, I think I want to get... Well, this takes up... I don't know. I want to save this for when they play a real creature, I think. Let's just play this. Still no attacks. Because ideally I'd like to tap something, but I want to do it on their turn. Do they have any good attacks right now? Not really. Go ahead and attack with whatever you want. So the 2/3s are my worst enemy at the moment. Oh my god, it's so good. Yeah. Shouldn't you have double blocked? Oh no, you have a trick. I see. My mistake. Oh, that's fine. This one, please. Am I attacking here? +1, +0. I have 6, they have 4. Yes, I am attacking. This gets in for like 100. Kind of funny that the creature that was exiled with Fox was animated going into exile, even though it was already there in exile. And really, what should happen is it should return to their side of the battlefield, but they don't exist, so it can't. I don't know, weird. I just, for some reason, enjoy nitpicking the way it animates stuff that happens after the game is already over. The thing that matters least. As long as it puts a W next to my name, nothing else really matters. So, aggro, huh? Just, that's the way to go. I mean, I don't know. I ended up... Is it possible I should be changing my land balance? Because I've been struggling for white. I haven't really been struggling for red. Even when I started to hit the game with 3 plains and I draw 1 mountain, that's enough. Because I have double white cards. I don't really have double red cards. And I have a lot of small white stuff. I think 8/6 might actually be better. It's almost 1 mountain per red card. That's got to be good enough, right? Looking good. I have a 1, a 2, a tentative plan for 3, maybe. If I draw another plains anyway. I'm pretty sure I'm not besotting this, so I can attack and then decide which of these 2 I'm playing, right? And I think it's this one. They both make 2/2s. The vigilance of the 2/2 doesn't matter so much, but the celebration trigger might matter depending on what I draw in the future, so I think this is the effect I'd rather get on the ground. Would really welcome a land. especially Plains, because the mountain doesn't help at all, actually, now that I look at it. Okay, yeah. Well, I guess we're getting besotted then. I should have swung with both. Bluff a combat trick, you never know. Boo. Plains is good. I don't think the attack bluff is really any good. They would just block with the 2-4, and I wouldn't be happy about that, because then they'd threaten to get in. So I think I'm just going to play this and not bluff anything. This is the King's Mouse army. They're all royal. There's only one mouse, too, really. Calling it the mouse army is maybe a little unfair. I think we full swing next turn with Crescendo behind. Which would clear the board but leave me with 3 rats. It's not ideal, but it's better than just letting this standoff continue, I think. Okay. I don't think I play that now. Yeah, I think the plan is still full swing. I could exile one of their things instead. Doesn't seem good. They should probably block a couple creatures, but not all of them. Interesting. I accept. That's great. Oh, God knows what combat trick they might have. I don't think they're going to have a +1/+1 combat trick. If they do, I should aim at this. Like if they have that monster roll card, but that is green and 1, right? So I don't, and if they have anything bigger, it doesn't matter what I aim at. I think we do it this way and hope they have no trick. And I still go for this because it gets a bunch of damage in as well as making a rat and hopefully killing their 2/4, but probably not. Oh wow, that's great. Oh, a non-token creature. That's why they blocked my token. I see. I don't actually get the rat for that. Maybe they saw this coming and said, sure, I'll go to 5. Well, exiling the 4/4 seems good. What else could I do? Play Imidane and accomplish nothing? Seems bad. Oh, okay, at least it can't be the 5-mana 4/4 again. Young Hero doesn't matter that much against me, I think. Need some lands. This is what happens when you go down to 15. You don't draw very many. This all kind of stinks. I wish I could cast my 3/3s. Oh well, at least my 3/1s trade for them. Oh, never mind. It's a monster. And they're just happy to sit back. That's fair enough. I think just run out of 3/3 is better than some battle guard nonsense. Okay, yeah, that's a flyer. Everything has a role, so can have to erase one. Yeah, I agree. That one makes sense. You don't want a young hero. You want a king or a queen. I don't know, I guess it could be a prince or a princess. Just says royal. I think we just do this again. They're at 5, and they've been there for some time, and, you know... Oh, no. That's very bad. All their shit's enchanted, bro. Okay, but they can't attack with much. In fact, if they attack with the flyer, I just win. Thanks. Sure. So, I can just barely afford Battle Garb, Equip, and Archon's Glory. I can't afford, like... Well... Yeah. I don't need that. I just need Archon's Glory, right? But I might as well get the extra damage in, just in case. There's some trick around. They could have a trick, actually. Right? With this, they have 2 mana up, not just 1. It's only 1 card. Hard to see, but there it is. Plenty of time to think it over. I don't... Oh, I guess I could have killed them anyway with this. How long has that been lethal in my hand? I think I just drew this, right? But it was... I had it last turn? Maybe I could have killed them then. Whoops. Choose something with ward, I guess. Sure. Got him. Oh man. Ward's too good. It's nice of them to show me the card though. Thank you. Yes, so choosing one of these would have been a blunder. And this is why. Or cards like this. But since they had only a white and a green up, or no. Yeah, a white and a... No, what did they have? Did they have their... I don't know what land they had untapped. I think it was a plains plus the creature, which makes white, or green. So I guess, anyway. For some reason I was thinking about having combat tricks of any color available because they had the filtering land, but that was me. I don't think they had that. Or what is, I don't know. Anyway, it just seemed like there couldn't be a lot of 1 mana spells they could use to get out of that, because while they have 2 mana, the mouse had ward 1. Yeah, even if they hadn't attacked the flyer, I could have tapped down the flyer and then swung. And I maybe had that a turn sooner, and more safely too, if they were tapped out, and I just like didn't notice it. I think that's true. So I remember saying if they attack with the flyer, they're dead. And then they attacked with the flyer, and I was like, oh, actually, they were dead anyway. Whoops. So if they were tapped out the previous turn, I definitely made a mistake by waiting to kill them. Any minute now, Arena. Or whatever, I'll just cut here. And we're back against Serestero? This looks like a fine hand. Yeah. 1 mana, 2 mana, question mark? It's a forest. We definitely play this one first. Nope. This is the thing that scries. It's already in play. So, I don't know. Does it matter? I wouldn't mind some scry. Maybe? Yeah, let's do that. I don't think that's what I'm looking for. I still want a little more land. I'm doing okay on 2 mana 2/2s at the moment. Plains is the draw. So, I can swing here, and if they block, I can spend 3 mana buffing this to trade. I don't love spending my turn on that, but I wasn't going to do much else with the turn anyway, right? Just play a 2/2. Upgrading my 1/1 into a 2/2 while also not having to spend a card seems better than that. No. Leaping Ambush? Royal Treatment, even better. Wow. That's pretty good. Well, maybe it'll return triumphant after all. It's a 2/2. It has no special ETBs. It's now just a 2/2, but we'd hate to let them bounce it somehow. Not that I'll have much choice. So this will actually get to scry. That's nice. Swing? I guess. Sure. Obviously, it doesn't matter. I could have paid with red here. But just as a matter of general habit, I'd like to be in the habit of tapping this when I don't need the color fixing, rather than letting Arena do it, because it does it wrong most of the time. So this thing is now actually quite threatening. It can be rather large. I wonder if I was wrong to bottom a land, actually. Because the plains... If I use this, I have to pay the ward. I have to pay the ward anyway. Okay, and I drew a plains, so cool. This is a little bit brave, actually. If they block and I pay to make it a 4/4, I don't have any other tricks available because I can't pay the ward for this. Yeah, I think this is actually bad. No attacks. Just run out another 2/2. I really don't want to waste my time exiling this little junk, huh? Like, they're going to have a real creature before long. I'm also not sure. Should I scry with this? I'm not using the... Well, actually, I do have bargain for this. That's fine. Yeah, maybe I should bargain it away for light blades, actually. To make sure that it doesn't get me with a combat trick. They chose to pass with 5 mana and just tap my 1/1. Kind of weird. You'd think they'd have a big creature to play. Apparently they don't. Oh, bad habit. I should have tapped this. Oh well. Yeah, this way they're worried about black combat tricks, maybe. Yeah, that's a no on this, I'm pretty sure. Also, when this attacks, it becomes a 2/2, which is nice. Right. That's why I was computing that it would be a 4/4. I remember now. I can't tap this because it has ward. Firebolt for 3 doesn't seem like much. Alright, I'm going for the attack this time. Oh, okay. Great. In that case, go. Sure. Everybody's very tired. All creatures with power 1 or more, huh? Okay. I'm not thrilled about killing that thing. It doesn't really do anything, but... I assume they're playing out a big beater here and they were just stalling to... You know, they weren't ready to clear the board yet. I could have scryed to like prevent drawing this mountain, but I don't think it's the end of the world. I'd still like to just light blades this down to bargain. Just in case of some combat trick, right? That's more frightening. But I can exile it. Sure, resolves. Yeah, come on in. Sure, a 3/3 sorcerer is nice, I guess. And I have enough white to do all this? Yes, I accept. Oh, yeah, that's a problem. No, I'm exiling it. It's fine. I think we're not in great shape, right? The green deck is going to have more stuff at the top end than I do. Oh, really? Oh, yeah, okay, fair enough. Oh, they're gonna get to copy... Interesting. Okay, I swing, I guess. Yes? They're gonna try to copy this token. So I guess I could bodyguard this to get rid of the token instead of this, because I don't care that much about the flyer. Yeah, I don't want the flyer to become a 4/4, that's for sure. I could do this in their main, but like I want to make sure they don't even have a valid target for this. Non-fox creature. Didn't look for the flavor. Fortunately, it's fine. Ugh. No! Okay, this is bad. You're gonna kill it as well? I hate you. Okay. Well, I get the life at least. This is pretty bad. It's so bad. Oh, I don't think I have outs anymore. This is gross. It's vomitous. Yeah, and I just die on the next attack. There you go. Enjoy destroying some creatures. You want to attack with more creatures? Okay. Good game. Just take 21, no big deal. I mean, we're at 4 wins already. Everything after this is gravy. I kind of got wiped out by their board clear, but even if you imagine I somehow kept 2/2/2s on the board after the board clear, like, I'm still toast, right? So it's not like I can be mad that I got wiped out by a board clear. That's not why I lost. They just had too much big green dumb stuff. Most of it was white, I guess, really, but this I can't cast any spells besides this. I pass on keeping this hand. This looks fine. All it has is a 1-drop, I guess, in some sense. There's a lot of creatures in the deck, though. A lot that cost 2. It's certainly a keep. I'm really at a loss for what to return. Not this and not this, and not the mountain. But it could be the Grotto, the Plains, or Return Triumphant. I think it's probably the Grotto. It's a little sad to give up my Scry, but making sure I can Grasp of Fate on 3 is good, I think. I don't know, if I scry, I can find a Plains, right? There's 8 in the deck. Actually, well, all I need is a land. Yeah, I'm going to be greedy and keep the scry. You don't necessarily have to cast this on turn 2 anyway. Or turn 3, I mean. Cheeky House Mouse. Well, I sort of wish this were a Plains. Because I want to keep the mouse and also have a white source. Rip. It is kind of good, huh? Okay, I'll keep. I could swing with the 1/1 and then I'd get a rat and I could return Triumphant with the 1/1. Seems kind of stupid. So what does this sorcery do? Can't be blocked with 3 or greater. Okay. Ooh, yikes. That I would like to be rid of. Sure, these guys suck. So I think what I'm supposed to do is play the House Mouse to buff this, get in for 3, and then or the Adventurer, and then get in for 3, and then the creature. I mean, order I guess doesn't really matter, but their creatures are so big. How is this allowed, man? Ugh. I think I just play the Armory Mouse. I mean, I could hold a tap, but they're not at such a low life total that I can just like try to kill them. I think I have to develop a board big enough that they're afraid of attacking, rather than like telling them it's illegal to attack. Plains is still good. I mean, to prevent 6 damage, I could block here. I think the damage does sort of matter. And this is a decent thing to return Triumphant, right? Well, it still can't really attack. So everything sucks to return triumphant with? This would be the best one. I guess I let in 6. No blocks. God, I wish this were planes. And also that I had several more planes. Keeping this and bottoming the planes is really hurting. Like, this is a good... I want it. I just want to be able to use it, you know? Okay. I still can't block. I'm taking like 1,000 to turn. I'm gonna lose this game. Even multi-blocking the first striker doesn't work because I don't have creatures. Like, I could multi-block with everything and lose 2 creatures, I guess. As long as they don't give it double strike. And then if they give it double strike, I do still kill it, but I lose everything. And that would be losing the game. Oh yeah, here comes the double strike. Alright, I think we have to say goodbye to the armory mice. Well, I guess I might as well get a young hero roll on somebody, right? Unless I'm saving it for when this enters. Yeah, why get rid of the armory mice when this is just smaller? Please, I'm begging you. Okay. Well, here comes this guy. I'll take it. I don't know. This is. I remember when I played Prismata, I used to always say that, like, a thing I dislike that Prismata did well is that there's no comebacks. If you're behind, you can just concede because you're going to get further behind. And games like Magic, I would say then at the time, made you just sit in your chair miserable because you could get lucky and draw something that might salvage the game. But you usually don't, and you're just increasing in misery. Like, why am I still here? Get me out of this fucking game. There's no coming back. So I still do agree with that. Like, I don't know. Comebacks are fun, but they're not like... They're not worth the extra misery from times when you don't come back, I think. From a player perspective. I understand there are reasons to put them in the game from a design perspective, right? Having the better player always win is, you know, there are some games... I guess this is fine. Jeez, is it? Yuck. Okay, I'm putting back Return Triumphant. This card has sucked every time. You know, like chess, the better player wins pretty much every time, right? We can all agree on that. Well, usually it's a draw these days. But you don't get a lot of upsets. They happen on occasion. There's a big upset, and, you know, when they're big enough, somebody tweets that it was about cheating, and I don't know enough to know whether they're right or wrong. This is actually fine, I guess. A royal mouse? No, I'm so stupid in the order! Oops. I was busy talking about chess. Anyway, you know, but most of the time, it's a draw, or, like, the better player wins. And they have to have such long matches because they're usually draws, but, like, sometimes the better player wins. Very rarely the worst player wins. You know, whereas in Magic, like, you know, a lot of it's about the matchup. Do I want another? I kind of do. And, you know, but in the matchup, even, like, you don't always have... What do I do? Bargain away this, maybe? You know, the best matchups in competitive play are, like, 60-40 or something like that, I think. I don't know. That was how it was in, like, Hearthstone, for example. Okay, that's fine. What? I have red mana, it's right there. Why is it lighting up like I can't do either of them? This creature. That enchantment. Still top. The better player wins, but, like, there's a lot of coin flipping in Magic, and, you know, in draft, even if you've drafted a better deck, you don't always win. I don't know if I could say what percentage of the time it happens. Who knows? I'm not a great player. But, you know, that it helps weaker players feel like they're better, that they don't always lose, right? It helps them enjoy the game long enough that they can stand to put in the practice and get good, or just enjoy it if they're not, like, that competitive, right? There are advantages to having some luck in the game. You know, some of the players enjoy it more, some of them enjoy it less. Sometimes they're the same players, you know. It's fun to come back, but it's miserable to be waiting for the comeback. So, I mean, we just win now, right? Let's play this and swing for a trillion. Hang on, I can actually do both of these things. Unlucky opponent. They were stuck on 3 lands and they were all black. And they finally drew a 4th land and it, like, sucked. Tough luck. You know, you played against an aggro opponent who curved out and kept top decking lands like a genius. Made it to 5. Actual money back. Come on, click, play. Gosh, why is it clicking so hard? Opponents? They couldn't find anybody who's 5'2", maybe? Can see which of your friends are playing right now. You can challenge them. Yeah. They must have been really proud when they put that feature in, huh? People complained about that for, I believe, actual, literal, multiple years before Arena had a friend system. Like, the only thing you could do was queue up to play against randos. Zonar. Amazing. I'll keep. I don't have a 1-drop, but I'm pretty good otherwise. And I might get to torch their 1-drop. Nice. Oh my gosh, it's so framey. Or I don't know exactly what the right word is. I'll just torch it before they untap. I mean, I guess I could hope to torch something else. Something bigger. Yeah, I should. I'm broadcasting the torch the tower here, but oh well. I'll take 1. To maybe kill a bigger creature. Fine. If they counter this, obviously I'm thrilled. This getting countered is sort of unsurprising, but not like... Oh, okay. What are you holding up? Freeze in place or something? Isn't that a sorcery? Wow, so greedy! You really don't want to put a 1/3 on the board against a red-white deck? You'd rather spend 2 mana drawing a card? Pretty good card, huh? I mean, I could besot this and swing, but that seems pretty weak. I think I want to, like, play a Battle Garb? Try and get a trade in with this when it has Celebration and not, like, when it doesn't. Thing is, I don't think they really want... Yeah, they do want to block. Yuck. Well, this is what 15 lands will do to you sometimes. I think that's the second game I've said this in. Is like, oh, unlucky. 15 lands. Drew new lands, no lands, who could have guessed? But it paid off in the other games. We got plenty of gas. And we're not dead. We're looking in bad shape, but... we certainly could draw enough planes to come back. Sure, very funny. Okay, I guess I'll just play it. Gonna tap me down to draw a card, I guess. Actually, I think I got the order of this wrong. I shouldn't have played the Battle Garb until I had a plan to activate it. Because it was my only red spell, which made me a little bit more flexible in terms of what land drops would be, what lands would be good top decks. Now only a plains is a good top deck. Whereas while this was still in my hand, a mountain would have been fine. I think that was a mistake. Doesn't look like it's going to matter very much. All right, triple block it is. This is in case they have a combat trick that bounces one of the creatures or something. Obviously, I could still get punished, but I think I have to be as ungreedy as possible here. Sure. And then something else to kill, to keep it actually alive, or... Because that by itself didn't do anything. What? No, they wanted to bargain it. I see. No, wait, they already could have done this. They just threw away this combat trick for no reason, I guess. Should have done this first. You might have drawn something that actually matters. Hopeful Vigil. Sort of a good card. Not very useful at the moment, I feel like. Just need land. I think I'll make this royal so they can both get in. Trampler, I guess? That third land really made a big difference to what we were able to do on a turn. Just like sitting meekly with 3 2/2s for a million years, and then blam, finally I can attack for 8. Oh, such a good card. It's like top 2 or something like that. Maybe it's only like top 10, I don't remember, but it's very good. No, because top 1 is Gruff Triplets, number 2 is Virtue of Persistence. And I think 3 is Imidane's Recruiter. No, it's the Gutter Rat Dweller thing. Well, we still don't really have enough life to win here. But it was nice to get an attack in. Okay, I mean, this is the only way to trigger Celebration, I guess? Is that important? Not really, nothing is. Doesn't matter because we're dead. Keep it here, please. This is obviously a bad attack, but like, who knows? Maybe one of my dailies was attack with creatures. I don't remember. I think we've done them all. But we're dead regardless. Yes. Wrong block. What? Okay, they have a combat trick. Sure. Oh, right. I have another target for this now. Very funny. Let's scry, shall we? I'll keep the planes. See ya. you know, was that 5 or 6? I've forgotten. I think just 5. Yeah, solid result. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.